You won't believe who whispered your name at 3:17 a.m. last night. Not someone on earth, not someone ordinary. It was someone who still loves you even though they are not with you anymore. Yes, they called out to heaven itself. And guess what? Heaven answered. Before you go any further, make sure you stay till the end. Because this is the only time in your life you'll ever get to hear this entire message the way it was meant for you. If you miss even 1 second of it, you may never know the miracle that was supposed to be yours. So just stay here with me just this once, just for you. God planned it exactly like this. Archangel Michael says, finally you found it. God's message about what will happen in 30 minutes. Don't skip this one. It was hidden for a reason. Now it's yours. Someone is crying in a room you can't see. Someone is praying for you in a place you didn't know existed. Someone whispered your name to God and He said yes. And that's why this message is arriving now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, right now. Michael has waited through storms, through silence, through every one of your sleepless nights just for this one moment where you would finally pause and listen. Beloved, this is not coincidence. This is not a random thing on your screen. This is that one turning point where something beautiful either begins or disappears. And it's your choice what happens next. You've been hurt deeply. You've asked questions no one could answer. You've smiled for others while hiding the ache inside you. But heaven has never ignored you, even when you thought no one heard you cry. An angel wrote down every tear. And now Michael is here with the answer. God says, I kept this message sealed until the right second because if you had heard it earlier, you wouldn't have believed it. But now you are ready. Something strange happened yesterday. You may have ignored it. That sudden feeling, that person's name appearing in your mind, the goosebumps for no reason. The clock saying 1111 or 3:33. That wasn't your imagination. That was your soul sensing what your eyes can't yet see. Beloved, you've been chosen for something others tried to steal. You've been handpicked for a miracle that was blocked for 7 years, but not anymore. Michael says, in the next 30 minutes, your name will be spoken in a conversation that changes everything. A conversation you are not even present for. Yet, it holds the key to your next chapter. Someone is going to say something that shocks another person's heart. Wide open, and it will begin the chain reaction that God wanted for you all along. But you must stay open to receive it. Do not doubt. Do not dismiss this as fantasy. The very fact that your eyes are reading these words right now means the gate has opened. You see, heaven had to wait until you reached this moment of stillness, until your heart cracked just enough for light to pour in. Until your spirit became soft again after everything you survived. Now, finally, you're ready to receive. Michael has not come empty-handed. He holds something in his hands that glows like liquid sunlight. He's been carrying it for days, shielding it from the darkness, protecting it from every force that tried to silence your destiny. And now he's ready to place it in your life. But first, he needs one thing from you, your attention, your presence. Because this message can only activate if your heart is truly open while reading it. It's not just words, it's a divine transaction. Michael says, "You've always felt different. Not everyone understood your silence, your intuition, your strange sense of timing because you weren't meant to be like them. You were meant to awaken. There is someone whose heart is still tied to yours. Someone who dreams about you and feels your name echo inside their chest. Someone who almost gave up until last night. Yes, something happened last night. A shift, a tear in the veil, a cry reached heaven from a soul who is connected to yours. And God finally answered back. The answer is this message. Michael says, I saw your name written in light. I saw a door open in heaven just for you, but you must promise not to skip this. Not now, not ever again. He knows you've skipped these signs before. You brushed them off. You doubted yourself. You got distracted by the noise of the world. But this time, the miracle is too close. If you turn away now, it will vanish and it may never return. So I ask you, are you ready to stay? Are you ready to hear what no one else will hear? Are you ready to claim what God had to hide from everyone else just to save it for you? Because if you are, I will continue. And I will reveal the message exactly as Michael gave it, word by word, truth by truth, until you see what was hidden, until you remember who you really are. Good, you're still here. That means something inside you already knows. This isn't just a message. This is a moment, the kind you'll look back on one day and say, that's when everything started to change. You were meant to reach this. Not a second before, not a moment later. Archangel Michael is standing close. You can't see him, not with your eyes, but your body feels it. That sudden calm, that strange warm presence brushing against your soul like soft wind. That's him. He's been with you since you were a child, watching, shielding, whispering. And today he's delivering a message that heaven sealed with divine urgency. A message with your name on it, hidden for years. Hidden so no one else could take it. And finally, it's being revealed. Michael says, there are things you don't know about your past, about what was stolen from you. A person who lied. A moment that was twisted. And because of it, your life bent in a direction it was never meant to go. But heaven watched and God kept record. That's why this is happening now. In exactly 30 minutes, your name will be whispered in a room where truth has been buried. And that whisper will cause a ripple. A secret will come to light. And you will no longer carry what was never yours to hold. But listen, you need to prepare yourself to receive it. Because what's coming, it's bigger than just news. It's a shift in your entire spiritual timeline. You may think you've made too many mistakes. You may believe you've waited too long, but God doesn't care about your delay. God cares that you finally arrived. Michael says, you are not late, you're right on time, you are not forgotten, you are written in gold, you are not broken, you are blessed beyond recognition. Can I tell you something the world will never say out loud? Your pain made you powerful, your loneliness made you holy, your confusion made you seek the truth no one else dared to look for. And that is why heaven loves you so much, because even when you were hurting, you didn't give up. Even when everyone else turned away, your soul kept glowing in the dark. There's something sacred about a soul that still believes after being betrayed, that still listens for God in the middle of chaos. And that's why you're being chosen now, because this is not just a spiritual message. This is an invitation into the miracle you almost lost. Michael says, God waited for the exact second your heart was soft enough to hear this. And now that you're here, you must not turn back. You have no idea how close you are. Within the next 30 minutes, someone you thought was done with you will remember something that shatters their silence. A piece of truth will fall into place, and the person who couldn't speak to you will finally try. And if you're wondering, yes, they still love you. They never stopped. They just didn't know how to fix what was broken. But Michael says, the time has come. There's an opening being created in the spirit realm as we speak. An opening for restoration, for reunion, for financial favor, for clarity, for justice. Michael is holding back a force that tried to stop you. He's standing between you and the storm, saying, not this time, not my child, not today. And he's not doing it alone. There are 3 angels by his side, one with a scroll, one with a sword, one with your name tattooed in light across their arm. The scroll contains the truth about your inheritance, something physical, something valuable, something that was left behind for you but was taken or lost in a past you forgot. The sword is cutting through every soul tie that bound you to guilt, to pain, to people who used you. And the name, it's yours, shining in gold. They didn't forget you. Heaven didn't miss you. You didn't ruin anything. You are exactly where you need to be right here, right now. And I mean that literally, because Michael said if they leave this message unfinished, the miracle will pause until they come back, because the gift is only released when the full truth is received. So don't move, stay here. Let this next part sink into your soul. The person who left you is not the end of your story. They were part of your spiritual training. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, they confused you. But they also taught your soul how to return to God in a way it never would have if things were easy. Michael says, don't hate your past. It was the fire that forged your wings. There is a moment coming closer than you think, where the very thing you thought you lost forever will reappear. But it won't come back to hurt you. It will come back to prove how protected you really are. God is about to confirm everything. The late night dreams, the strange signs, the moments of déjà vu, the unshakable feeling that something was meant for you. Even when people said you were wrong, you weren't wrong. You are receiving a preview of this message. And now you're in the full version, the part where it finally comes together. Archangel Michael is smiling. His wings are shining brighter because he knows what's next, and he knows the world is about to be shocked by what God is going to do in your life. But you must stay open. You must stay faithful. You must stay with the message, because the miracle is almost here. You're still here. You stayed. And that one small choice, staying when you could have skipped, just unlocked something in the spiritual world that can never be locked again. Michael says, because they stayed, the angels are moving. Because they stayed, the door is open. Because they stayed, what was blocked will now be released. There are very few people on this earth who actually listen with their soul. Most people hear with their ears and forget in 5 minutes. But you felt this in your chest. You knew something bigger was calling you. And that's why this part is just for you. Right now, in the realm of divine order, a folder with your name is being opened. It contains the real blueprint of your life, not the one that got damaged by betrayal, fear, or delay, but the original one. The one written in heaven before you were born. That blueprint has been sealed for years. Not because God was punishing you, but because the time wasn't right. You weren't ready to carry that much power. Until now. Michael says, there is a person who was never supposed to hurt you, but they did. And you've blamed yourself for their silence ever since. Let it go now. They didn't break you. They broke the part of you that settled. God needed that part of you to fall away so the real you could rise, because the next chapter of your life, the one that begins within 30 minutes, requires a stronger, lighter, more awakened version of your soul. And that's exactly who you're becoming. This message, it's not just for comfort. It's preparation, because you're about to walk into something that will shock even the people who doubted you the most. A miracle that will not look like a miracle at first. It will come dressed in normal clothes. It will arrive in a phone call, a delayed email, a message you almost delete. But when you pay attention, you'll feel it. You'll say, wait, this is it. This is what that message was trying to tell me. Michael wants you to promise right now that when that moment comes, you won't freeze. You won't question it. You'll say yes, because your yes is what activates the promise. Something big is waiting for your agreement. Heaven cannot force blessings on you. But when you say yes, God floods it in. Michael says they've been walking with weight they were never meant to carry. But the time of heavy is over. The time of healing has begun. From this point on, things will begin to shift. The people who ignored you will start to remember. The money that felt impossible will begin to find you. The clarity that felt blocked will start flowing like water. But only because you're finally aligned with the message God tried sending you for years. That's what this is, a divine alignment, a heavenly correction. You didn't just open a video or read some spiritual story. You stepped into the appointment heaven wrote in your timeline before you were even born. There's one more thing Michael says you must hear, and it may bring tears. He says, there is a soul in heaven who never stopped watching you. They've visited you in dreams. They've whispered into your thoughts when you were about to give up, and they are here right now watching you receive what they prayed you'd one day receive. That's right. Someone you loved, someone who crossed over. They've been trying to get this message to you for longer than you can imagine. And now it's here, and they are proud of you. They want you to stop doubting your worth. They want you to know you were always enough. Even when they didn't say it, even when life didn't show it, you were always worth the miracle. Michael is now preparing to seal this message. But before he does, he needs you to do something simple. Whisper, I accept. It doesn't matter where you are, what time it is, who is around. Just whisper those two words, I accept. Because once you do, the scroll in his hands will open. The light will flood through. And in the hours to come, you'll begin to feel the confirmation of everything you've just read. Strange peace, unexpected signs, people reaching out, shifts in the atmosphere, and moments of deep inner knowing like something good is happening. I can feel it. That won't be coincidence. That will be heaven's echo. You have activated the promise. You have received the message, and now the miracle has begun. You whispered it, didn't you? I accept. Whether you spoke it aloud or quietly in your spirit, heaven heard it. Michael heard it. God heard it. And the scroll just opened. Right now, in realms your eyes can't see, a divine record is being updated. Not because you earned it, but because you were finally ready to receive it. The timing has matured. The prayers have saturated. And now God is about to give you what He always wanted to give you without delay. Michael says, "The pain you endured has bought space for peace that will not be shaken. The confusion you survived is the same space where clarity will now rush in. And the love you thought was lost, it's coming back, but this time it's pure. Yes, there is someone coming back into your life, but don't think it will be like before. No, this time their heart will be different. They will see you as God sees you, not as someone to use or fix, but as someone to honor, to protect, to walk beside with sacred respect. You will not beg for love in this new chapter. You will not chase what was never real, because heaven is orchestrating something divinely balanced, and your soul will feel the difference. Michael says in the next 7 days, you will receive at least one clear sign that what was spoken here is already in motion. It may arrive in a conversation, a strange dream, or a random message from someone you thought forgot you. Whatever form it takes, know this: it was triggered by your decision to stay. Some of you were seconds away from closing this message, from skipping it, from thinking, "This isn't for me." But something deep within you said, "Wait." And that voice saved your season. God speaks in small pauses, and in that pause, your destiny realigned. Michael is now handing over your scroll to the angel who delivers justice, because there are things that must be returned to you. We're not just talking about people. We're talking about time, years that were stolen, seasons that were wasted. They're coming back in the form of divine acceleration. Things that usually take months will happen in weeks. People who usually hesitate will suddenly act. Financial shifts, emotional clarity, opportunities that were once impossible now being handed to you. And no, it won't make sense to those around you, but it's not supposed to. This was never their miracle to understand. It was always yours to receive. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. This prayer will manifest you 3K next month. Listen to this one prayer to manifest immense wealth and abundance in the next month. It comes from an ancient lost gospel that has never been revealed before. This is faster than the law of attraction, stronger than any vibration or frequency, and easier than meditation. Why? This prayer comes from the original lost gospel that predates all other gospels. It's like a source code for all other manifestation methods. Any other manifestation method out there is just a copy of this. Once you discover this manifesting prayer, you will attract all your desires more and more. All you have to do is listen to this prayer. This prayer will force the universe to listen and resonate back to you the abundance you need. The gates to unlimited wealth in your life will open at last. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Click here to access this manifestation prayer today, my beloved child. Now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Michael says, there are people watching you now who don't know why your name won't leave their spirit. They don't know why they suddenly feel the urge to bless you, to help you, to apologize. That's because God has placed your name in the mouths of strangers. So even when you're asleep, heaven is still working on your behalf. Someone powerful is about to mention your name in a room where decisions are being made. Someone influential is about to feel convicted to open a door for you. This is the beginning of God rewriting your story publicly. Not just inside your heart, but in front of the very eyes who never believed in you. You won't have to prove yourself anymore. You won't have to convince people of your goodness. God is going to show them. And when He does, their silence will speak volumes. Now listen closely. Michael says, you must protect your spirit in the next 72 hours because this message carries power, and with power comes spiritual attention. Stay close to peace. Do not argue. Do not engage in low energy. Fast if you feel led. Speak life over yourself. And most of all, do not explain what you feel to anyone who wouldn't understand. This is sacred. This is private. This is a secret between you and heaven, until it becomes a testimony that shocks even you. If you're still reading this, then it's not by chance. Your angels have been surrounding you since the moment you pressed play. And even now, they are standing by to walk with you into the next 30 minutes, the next 3 hours, the next 3 days of heaven-aligned shift. You are about to live a moment that was foretold in your spiritual DNA. That moment begins now. You may feel like crying. Let it out. You may feel your heart shaking. Let it open. Because this time you are not going to be left behind. Michael says, the ones who left you will regret it. The ones who doubted you will watch from afar, but the ones who prayed for you from a pure heart will rejoice when they see what God does next. Now breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Close your eyes if you need to and say it one more time. I accept because that's how heaven knows you're ready. Not by how loud you shout, not by how strong you are, but by how deeply you believe. This message has now been released into your atmosphere, and it will continue working even when you forget these words, even when you go back to your day, your job, your phone. The Spirit will not stop moving. Watch for the signs. Expect the call. Prepare for the unexpected because Archangel Michael has now delivered the message and heaven has made its move. You are chosen. You are covered. You are next. You've just crossed a line that most people never reach. You stayed. You received. You believed. And now something divine is being written in your favor that can never be erased again. Michael says, the scroll is no longer in my hands. It's now resting on your life. Every word that was once sealed is now alive within you, and it will begin to echo through your circumstances. You might not feel the shift immediately. Sometimes miracles arrive like whispers, not fireworks. Sometimes blessings come dressed as delay only to reveal their real beauty days later. But make no mistake, the moment you said, "I accept," heaven responded. Right now, angels are adjusting things behind your back. Conversations are being rerouted. Thoughts are being stirred in people who walked away from you. Resources are being rearranged. Obstacles are being quietly removed so you won't even have to fight them. Michael says, there's someone who wronged you and never apologized. Their spirit is restless. They don't know why you keep showing up in their thoughts, why their peace has left them. It's because heaven is dealing with what you were too kind to confront. You won't need revenge. You won't need to explain. You won't need to reopen old wounds. God is already handling it, because when heaven steps in, your only job is to walk forward without looking back. There's something else happening, and it's happening right now. A divine memory is awakening inside someone who was once connected to your life. They're starting to feel something they buried. A pull, a deep stirring, and it's not random. It's because your spirit just activated the bond heaven refused to let go of. Michael says, "You think it's over, but I tell you it's not finished." That love wasn't ordinary. That connection wasn't a coincidence. And in the right time, sooner than you think, they will return with truth that heals everything. They are scared. They don't know what to say, but something you said or something you didn't say has planted a seed that God is now watering. And in the meantime, you focus on you, because your life is about to bloom in ways that have nothing to do with anyone else. Yes, the blessings include reconciliation. Yes, the blessings include financial restoration. But there's one blessing most people forget to mention: peace. That bone-deep, soul-soothing, storm-canceling peace that can't be shaken by circumstances. It's coming. And when it arrives, you'll feel like you're breathing for the first time in years. Michael says, they've always been strong, but now they will become whole. You were never meant to just survive. You were always meant to shine. You didn't come here to beg for love. You came here to walk in favor so undeniable it makes the past look like a fog. Now close your eyes for one more second. Michael has one last thing to give you: a golden thread. Yes, he's placing it on your spirit right now. This thread connects you to the moments in your future that are drenched in joy, moments that already exist in divine timing. The laughter you haven't laughed yet, the home you haven't lived in yet, the love you haven't tasted yet. This thread cannot be cut. It will tug gently on your soul when you're tempted to go backward. It will pull you forward when fear says to stay still. And every time you feel that invisible pull in your chest, you'll know heaven is guiding you. You are safe now. You are guided now. You are wrapped in the light of God's patience and love. And no one can take that from you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to say yes every day to the peace that's now on its way, because you've already said yes to the miracle. You've already opened the message. You've already crossed the line. Michael says it is done. Now watch what God does next. The 30 minutes have begun. Let heaven show you what was always meant for you. And when it comes, receive it like someone who finally knows their worth, because you are worthy. You are ready. You are His. This was never just a message. This was your moment and you didn't miss it. You opened it just in time. You're still here. That means your soul knew this wasn't just something to read. It was something to remember. A part of you already knew this moment was coming, that heaven would one day reveal what was hidden, that the silence would break, that your name, yes, your name, would be whispered in heaven and echoed back through a message like this. Michael says they think they stayed because they were curious, but really, their spirit refused to let them walk away from a promise this sacred. And beloved, this promise, it's unlike anything you've ever been told. Because this isn't just a new season, it's a divine reversal. The very thing that was stolen from you is now returning. The same doors that slammed in your face are now opening without effort. The people who walked away will be brought to witness your rise. But more importantly, you will finally see yourself the way heaven always saw you. Not forgotten, not cursed, not broken, but wholly chosen, carrying a destiny so radiant that even darkness has to bow. When you enter the room, Michael says there is a glow returning to their face. There is clarity entering their mind. There is strength flooding their bones, and it's all because they stayed, they received, and now they believe. From this moment on, the delays will start to dissolve. Where things once got stuck, they'll begin to flow. Where you once hesitated, you'll feel bold. Where you once settled, you'll now soar. God is flipping the script, and it's your story that's being rewritten first. The job you thought you lost for good, it's coming back in a new form, one that values your soul, not just your skills. The money that always slipped through your hands, it will now come attached to peace and purpose. The love that you thought couldn't heal, it will return softened, honest, and aligned. But even if some of these people never return, you will no longer ache for them, because what God is about to bring will fill every space they left behind, not with substitutes, but with sacred wholeness. Michael says, this is not just favor, this is divine repayment. You're about to receive favor in areas you didn't even pray for because you cried tears you didn't even speak out loud. God saw every breakdown. He counted every silent scream and He said, enough. That's why this had to happen now, because God couldn't stand to watch you go another day thinking He wasn't going to come through. You've been loyal in private. You've been kind to people who didn't deserve it. You've tried to do the right thing when no one was watching and heaven noticed. Michael says, they thought no one saw, but we saw, and now we bless. What you're stepping into next won't look like what you imagined. It will be better. You're going to feel like your life is finally your own. Your decisions will be cleaner. Your spirit will feel lighter, and people will begin to look at you and say things like, you feel different, you seem so calm, and you'll smile because you'll know it's not calm. It's divine confirmation. Let me tell you a secret Michael whispered for you. You were never forgotten. You were being fortified, and now you are fully ready. Heaven is not asking you to figure it all out. Heaven is only asking you to trust what you already feel. That thing inside you that's glowing right now, that's your soul remembering that this is real. This was the message they tried to block. This was the moment the enemy feared. This is the appointment. Darkness couldn't stop, and now it's finished. It's done. The message has been delivered. The gate has been opened. The angels have been released. And you are no longer waiting. You are walking into it. Michael has nothing else to say now. He's smiling. He's stepping back. His wings are folding slowly, softly, because his work is complete. The rest is up to you. To walk with faith, to speak with love, to expect miracles, to trust every sign, to protect your peace like sacred treasure, and to remember this. You are not who the world told you you were. You are who God says you are, and that version of you is about to be revealed. So breathe in one last time. Feel the shift. Good. Now walk forward, chosen one. The next 30 minutes will begin showing you what the message already made clear. You're not waiting anymore. You've already entered the miracle. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. This was hidden on the 52 miles of shelving in the Vatican. I didn't expect to attract abundance so easily with this manifestation prayer. Just a few minutes a day was all it took to manifest $3K in 1 month. This is not just any manifesting prayer, though. It comes from the oldest gospel in existence. This gospel has been hidden on the 52 miles of shelving in the Vatican Library for centuries. The prayers inside it are powerful and ancient. A chance meeting with a renegade priest brought the manifesting prayer in this gospel to light. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. You can access its manifesting power right here, my beloved child. Now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.